The NBA is very meticulous when it comes to protocol. They always do things with purpose and thought, and the rules are never without reason. While the league isn't quick to tell players what they can and cannot do, there are some items that have been banned completely by NBA executives. It's a list of items that the league deems either hazardous, offensive, or unprofessional. Welcome back to Triple Double, and in today's video, we'll be going over items that have been banned by the NBA. Drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Let's get right into it. Here's a graphic put together of the list of NBA banned items. Looking at this list, you can see that the Supreme logo is banned, ninja-style headbands are banned, black masks, logos and haircuts, big balls dance, upside-down headbands, do-rags, chains and pendants, headphones, chewing plastic straws, wave-style bandages, and throwback jerseys off the court are all banned. That's a pretty hefty list. Now let's break it down one by one. Air Jordan 1s. The official ban of the Air Jordan 1 is still debated to this day, as many people believe the league was banning the Airship as opposed to Jordan's first signature shoe. In an official letter from then NBA Executive Vice President Russ Granick to Nike, Granick wrote that in accordance with our conversations, this will confirm and verify that the National Basketball Association's rules and procedures prohibited the wearing of certain red and black Nike basketball shoes by Chicago Bulls player Michael Jordan on or around October 18, 1984. Did Nike use a faux controversy to build the Jordan brand? They certainly didn't shy away from it from an advertising standpoint. In one of their most famous commercials, the transcript reads, "On September 15th, Nike created a revolutionary new basketball shoe. On October 18th, the NBA threw them out of the game. Fortunately, the NBA can't stop you from wearing them."
On September 15th, Nike created a revolutionary new basketball shoe. On October 18th, the NBA threw them out of the game. Fortunately, the NBA can't stop you from wearing them.
Upside down headbands. Given the nature of the uniforms, contemporary players try to use any piece of equipment that is allowed to differentiate themselves from teammates. In 2018, then Boston Celtics guard Rajon Rondo began sporting his headband with the NBA logo turned upside down. When the NBA said he had to turn it the right side up or face a punishment, Rondo ditched the sweatband altogether. While the NFL often gets called the no fun league, many thought that this ban on how he chose to wear a sanctioned piece of equipment was actually pretty ridiculous. Tights. Even a single viewing of a game in today's landscape reveals a player who's wearing much more than just a jersey, shorts, and shoes. Compression tights have been favored by many thanks to their extra padding around the knees and thighs, which ensures that the various bumps and bruises a player might get during an 82-game season don't morph into anything more severe. Despite being universally accepted, there was a time when tights were actually outlawed from the game. Following their success with the dress code, NBA executives then set their sights on what they thought was a visual eyesore, tights. While they argued that players were wearing them for what they looked like, as opposed to the medical benefits they provided, the ban was short-lived, if ever really enacted by the league, thanks to the medical community support, an assertion that tights provide compression. Compressed muscles fire efficiently, especially if injured. Players with muscle strains benefits from the improved circulation and support. LeBron's mask. During a game against Oklahoma City Thunder in 2014, LeBron James suffered a broken nose when he was struck in the face by Serge Ibaka while going up for a dunk. While the injury kept him sidelined against the Bulls, James was a go against the Knicks. Prior to lacing them up, James joked that, "I've been talking to Marvel Comics for the last couple of days, and DC Comics to try to come up with one of the greatest masks of all time, so we'll see what happens." While most players, most famously Rip Hamilton, opted for a hard plastic cover coated in a clear cover, James went for a darker, more textured version than the league was used to, scoring a game-high 31 points, grabbing 4 rebounds, and dishing out 4 assists in 37 minutes. Many joked that perhaps LeBron's mask was like Superman's cape. The Miami Heat even began selling t-shirts with the masked James on the front. Even his teammate Shane Battier couldn't help but commenting, "Only LeBron can make breaking your nose look cool." While Kobe Bryant went for a similar dark cover when he had his own nose broken in 2012, the league was quick to step in when it came to LeBron. NBA spokesman Tim Frank said, "It is our understanding LeBron used the black mask because the clear one he was comfortable with wasn't ready." LeBron went back to the clear mask for the next game. Logos and haircuts. In 2013, then New York Knicks guard Iman Shumpert saw his support of Adidas in the form of an addition to his now signature box haircut. It got him in trouble with the league office. According to the league rules, Item 5 of Section H of the NBA rulebook, Extended comments section says, the only article bearing a commercial logo which can be worn by players is their shoes, meaning that you can't have any logos in your haircut. Do-rags. 2005 proved to be the turning point for individuality, both on and off the court for NBA players, when Commissioner David Stern enacted a mandatory dress code for all players, making it the first major professional sports league to implement such a rule. With hip-hop culture being a major guiding force for the way players dressed at the time, one of the key fights revolved around the wearing of do-rags. In an op-ed that same year by Jabari Asim in the Washington Post, he wrote, "Do-rag defenders cite its usefulness as a cover-up on bad hair days. I've got an answer for that. It's called a brush." Others have cited it as an emblem of individuality and rebellion against the status quo. One of the biggest supporters and wearers of the do-rag trend was Allen Iverson. He told the Philadelphia Daily News that just because you put a guy in a tuxedo, it doesn't mean he's a good guy. Chains and pennants. Then Indiana Pacers swingman Steven Jackson was one of the most outspoken players when it came to the implementation of a dress code, calling the ban of chains worn over clothing a racist statement from the league. He wore every long, diamond-studded chain in his collection on October 2005 in protest. In speaking with ESPN, Jackson commented, "I think it's a racist statement because a lot of the guys who are wearing chains are my age and are black. I wore all my jewelry today to let it be known that I'm upset with it. I'll wear a suit every day. I think we do need to look more professional because it is a business." A lot of guys have gotten sloppy with the way they dress, but it's one thing to enforce a dress code, and it's another thing if you're attacking cultures, and that's what I think they're doing. Even the usually reserved Tim Duncan couldn't bite his tongue when it came to the league's control over a player's choice in jewelry. He told San Antonio Express News that, "I think it's a load of crap. I understand what they're trying to do with forbidding hats and do-rags, but I don't understand why they would take it to this level. I think it's basically retarded." Timberland style boots. Timberland boots and any pieces of footwear with similar aesthetics were also victims of David Stern's dress code policy. He said at the time that there are different uniforms for different occasions. There's a uniform you wear on the court, then there's a uniform you wear when you are on business. There's a uniform you might wear on your casual downtime with your friends, and there's a uniform you might wear when you go back home. We're just changing the definition of the uniform that you wear when you are on an NBA business. Gold chains. Back in 1980, gold chains became a signature look for 76ers center Darryl Dawkins and others. The league bans necklaces as a potential safety hazard, although some players, including Michael Jordan, later wore gold chains for exhibition events like the Slam Dunk Contest. And with that being said, that wraps up today's video, going over items that have been banned in the NBA. Comment down below your opinions, and remember to drop a like and subscribe to Triple Double for more videos.